happened in this World Series. All of the American League type games have gone to the National League team. The one-run games, the two-run games, the pitching decisions, the Texas Rangers have won, except for Game 1. And then the high-scoring games have gone to the Cardinals. Game 3, Pujols hit the 3 homers, and then last night's 10-9 victory. It's just crazy. In a word, folks, we have a Game 7 tonight with one team that was left for dead in August, and one team that has survived so many key injuries, disloyalty to one of its great players to a team, a fan died because one of their players threw a baseball to the fan and the fan fell over the railing. I mean, this series and this has just had it all. And the irony of it all is that last night's game was horrible until the end. In fact, it reminded me of watching American Idol. You know when you watch American Idol sometimes and Simon would say, well, throughout the whole song I was sort of sitting there waiting and it was kind of, lackluster performance, and then at the end you brought it home with that great crescendo ending, or you did something spectacular at the end to get the crowd to cheer for you. Well, that's exactly how these games have been. I mean, the errors last night, guys dropping pop-ups, fly balls to them, guys not making catches on balls. This game should have been over. Nelson Cruz should have caught that ball last night. But it's now all in the past. And now tonight, it's about one game. Every pitcher's available, every player is available. In the last 8 Game 7s in World Series history, I believe all the home teams have won. The last time we've had craziness like this, when the Giants were up 5-0 against the Angels and the Angels found a way to win, Angels won the next day and won the World Series. 1986 Mets, same thing. Mets down 5-2 in the 10th, 1-6-5. The next day, the Red Sox did have a 3-0 lead, but then the Mets found a way to pound them. And can you imagine if the great late Jack Buck was doing the games last night? He would have had 2 great innings. He would have said, we'll see you tomorrow night after Freeze's home run. And he probably would have followed that up with, I don't believe what I just saw. And he would not be wrong, because none of us can believe what we saw last evening. And so, we move on to tonight's game. I think the Cardinals will win. I'm wearing red today. And the irony of all that, of course, is that growing up as a kid, I hated the Cardinals. The Cardinals were the Mets' arch rivals before they switched divisions. And here I am tonight rooting for them. It's crazy. And it's funny, so many people don't dislike the Texas Rangers. They just don't want to see the state of Texas win. I was talking to all these people at this club last night. I was working at the King, for those who don't know. And they were talking about, we don't want Texas to win, period. Don't want to root for St. Louis, but don't want to see Texas win. Well, tonight, we're going to get a champion. And I'm glad that I'm able to talk sports with you today. You can call on this show by dialing 323-962-1937 if you want to talk about baseball. I'm about to get into my football phase of this show. But last night definitely was the greatest World Series game that one has seen. And we'll be back to talk football on 89.7 KLES FM after this from my favorite company in the world,